Hey, it's John Benson from almost said Sales Copy Secrets, but it's really not anymore. I mean, it's my new backyard. It's called the Atlantic Ocean. Kind of dig it. So what do you think about, I don't know, beachfront copywriter? Sounds good. Welcome back. This is a brand new set, complete with all new noises. You're going to hear a few noises out here, and you're definitely going to hear a lot of white noise, and that would be the beach. That's literally 50 yards in front of me, and that is just such an incredible blessing. I can't wait to share more of this with you, and you're going to see a lot of crazy cool stuff, not just the scenery of where I now live, but also what I'm going to be focusing on for the next, 2-3 years of videos, I hope, and that is how to help you become such a lucrative copywriter that you basically can call yourself a beachfront copywriter, someone that can live on a beach anywhere in the world that they want to. My wife and I just moved to one, so now we have a property right here on the beach, some 50 yards away from the Atlantic Ocean. Absolutely stunning place that we live. Love it, love it, love it, and we've worked hard for this. I want to help others achieve this, and I've done it through copywriting, okay? I've done it through copywriting. So I'm going to inspire you to do the same. And if I can't show this to you, if I can't prove this to you by how I live every single day, then I shouldn't be someone that you listen to. Only listen to people who are walking the talk, who are proving it every single day, every single year, that live up to their word. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to encourage you to do. So today we are going to talk about something kind of weird, and that is the difference between copywriting and email copywriting. Now, you might think, John, there's only the medium would change, right? Copywriting for a sales page, copywriting for an email, copywriting for a webinar. No, they're all slightly different, but email is really different. And I'm going to talk to you about why it's different today and why I think people should start copywriting with email. Now, let me go into a couple of reasons why. Number one, email is designed, unlike normal copywriting, to get people off of a certain platform. Most copywriting, the entire attention span copywriting, the entire attention framework that I teach is to keep people on a VSL or on a sales page, right? Email, you really want to get them off of email because that's not something you control. So the psychology naturally has to change now, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So here's how I like to think of email. Email is slightly different than copywriting, where copywriting is a lot more storytelling. Now, there is certainly storytelling in, say, Andre Chaperone's emails. Ian Stanley's got some great stuff on this, but by and large, there's not a lot of it, and it can be anecdotal. It can be totally about yourself, about your own family. It doesn't have to be something that you create out of thin air. But here's what's really interesting. Your goal is, like I said, first of all, is to get them off the platform. You want to get a click as fast as you can, a qualified click to a sales page. Now, the other thing that I want to say is it makes it a lot different is it's very much like Mad Men, the television show Mad Men with my twin brother, John Hamm, you might remember. John Hamm, slightly less better looking, way less muscular. There's really no doubt about that, but definitely less better looking. And, he and Christian Bale, again, my 3 twin brothers. I had 4, I think. No, I can't count. Anyway, John Hamm, star of that show, Don Draper, right? He made his fortune off of coming up with what we call headlines, subject lines, taglines. I mean, it's easy. He wasn't writing 6,000 words of copy like David Ogilvy was back in the day. David Ogilvy kicked all their asses, right? So copywriting for email isn't 6,000 words of copywriting, unless over time it certainly is, but over an email it's very short, 200-300 words. That makes it a little easier to wrap your head around getting a grip on how to do it. But you do have to have the skill of a Don Draper when it comes to the headline or the tagline, as they were showing in Mad Men. That is a subject line. That's all it is. We've replaced Madison Avenue headlines, and there's so many of them. I hope my designer right now is showing you a whole bunch of really cool ones with subject lines. And your subject lines have to have the same amount of oomph, the same amount of, I gotta get that, I gotta watch that, I gotta see more of that, than they did back in the 1950s and 60s. So there are 2 distinct reasons why they're different. And number 3 is that email is actually done in 4 particular stages. So there are really 4 types of emails that you can create. And I have a training coming out that teaches you how to do all 4. And it's called Epic Emails, EPIC. And I want you to remember Epic because those are the 4 types of emails. There are engagement emails, promotional emails, inspirational emails, and consumption emails. That's really it. There may be some weird, odd thing that you combine to make, like a receipt email. But even a receipt email is not just a receipt, and it shouldn't be. It should never just be a receipt. We'll cover receipt emails in a completely different video, because if you're not sending some stuff out with that receipt email, you're losing a ton of clicks, a ton of sales. It's ridiculous. 4 types of emails, EPIC. That's all you got to do is remember. Think my view, epic. Think the life that you want to live. Epic emails. It's coming out in just a few weeks. It's a very low dollar course. It's going to be around the $20 to $30 range, so super inexpensive to get into the basic training for Epic. A little more expensive if you want to go to the deep dive, but it's not anything radically expensive. It's a great way to get your feet wet when it comes down to copywriting, because again, I think you should start with emails. And there's a final reason I want to go into. Unlike normal sales copy, email copy is something that you can see results with almost immediately for almost nothing. The ROI, return on investment on emails, is 40 to 1. That's done really well. That's Epic emails are 40 to 1. The average person isn't going to make $40 for every dollar they spend, but people make a lot more money sending email than they do testing ads on Facebook, than they do putting a sales page up and trying to drive traffic to it. Not even close. I mean, email is very lucrative marketing. It's quick to test. It's not that expensive. Almost anyone can do it. And get this, you have a captive audience of the entire freaking world, basically. I mean, I don't know if you know this or not, but the majority of people do something on the toilet. And it's not what you're thinking. Get your mind out of the gutter. Give me a break. I'm talking about checking email. Now, they also look at me, Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. I'm sure you don't. I know I never have. I'm very, very pure when it comes down to this. But there are most people that check their email when they go to the restroom. Not a lot of people read sales pages when they go to the restroom. Not a lot of people watching webinars when they go to the restroom. Okay? So email gives you a captive audience. Now, if those reasons are enough for you to start with email, then I don't know what is. That is what separates email copywriting from traditional normal copywriting. There's both skills that you need to know. Obviously, copywriting involves learning a skill, and email copywriting involves learning copywriting. There's no doubt about that. But there are specific skill sets on top of email that ironically make it a lot easier to learn, because the copywriting tips and tricks that you're going to use to get emails to convert are so easy to see. They're so short. You don't have to memorize long formulas. It's just a lot easier to do. So I hope that you're looking forward to getting into Epic emails, because I'm looking forward to sharing them with you. And I hope that you like the new backdrop, complete with all the noises. I was like, hey, I film in a studio with a high quality mic, and I'm using a high quality lapel mic right now. It's important for me to bring you high quality. And I thought, well, why not look the absolute worst I can with the sun beating down on my face, but give you the feeling of what I want you to experience. What is it going to be like to make enough money one day where you can live in a nice, beautiful place on a beach if you want to, or if you don't like the beach, in the mountains, wherever you want to live, okay? I've always loved the water, always loved the beach, and I've always said to myself, I want to live on the beach, like literally on it. And I lived in Malibu, California for 8 years, and I was close. I could throw a baseball on a good day, maybe hit a baseball on a good day, and knock it into the ocean. It was a pretty good ways away. So I'd have to walk down a long hill and get there, but I heard the ocean just like you're hearing it right now every single night. It was gorgeous, absolutely loved it. But this is literally on the water. We go down a private elevator, walk out our door, and we are on the beach. So it is pretty awesome, and I'm not sharing that to brag. I'm not sharing that to say, oh, look how awesome I am. I'm sharing that to say copywriting's been really good to me. And I want to thank each and every one of you. For a lot of you are my customers. A lot of you will be my customers. Thank you. I will take care of you. I'm going to give you all that I can. I'm going to give you all the energy I can. But I'm doing this not just because I think you have to be rich or something like that. This is not about wealth. There are people a lot wealthier than I am. This is about freedom, man. This is about freedom. And I believe copywriting is recession-proof freaking freedom. It's the one skill, despite AI, despite all the stuff that's going on right now, that keeps you employed, that keeps you able to make money in even a recessed economy. Now, I'm going to close with this. I have a new deal working in the works with Jasper.ai, who you would think, oh, is CopyPro is a competitor. Actually, these guys are great guys, and we've been talking about how CopyPro has things, and Jasper clearly has things, and man, if we can ever put these two things together, it would be freaking awesome. But we have already put Now VSL at least one script of mine, and Jasper together. And the combination is just amazing. But I've seen firsthand what AI can do, especially their AI. And the guys over there are, like I said, just great guys. Their AI is super badass. I mean, it is really cool. But there are things they can't do, and they will tell you that flat out. It's not going to be able to write a long form VSL or a sales page. It's not going to be able to do that yet. It doesn't have the ability to think that far in advance. But slowly but surely, we're training it. So for right now, the skill is still something that you need to use. And guess what? Even with a tool like Jasper, you still need to know how to tweak those words to make them optimally persuasive. If you don't get optimal persuasion, your sales can be at 1% versus 3%. I mean, do you want to be at 3% or 1%? Or do you want to be at 10%? That's what copywriting can give you. So by all means, let's learn some copywriting, let's learn some email copywriting, and let me help make you epic, all right? And as always, I'm here to help make you unignorable.